Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and we turn once again to the Fabled Lands. Now last time there was a fight with some enemies and I experienced a game stopping bug, so I think I deserved a second time, so I had to reload my last save, go through saving at every dice roll to recreate my old progress. It took 4 attempts to manage to roll the correct encounter to get poisoned again. So currently we are helping the village deal with the dreaded Blood Thursday Gobbler, which only comes on Thursdays and abducts people. We noticed when we headed to the old farm where most people seem to go missing, we noticed that Fourze, the head of the marketplace, was disappearing, leaving town and heading the opposite direction, so we followed him. And I'm going to recap through this again, so we can go through it, and I think because of the bug, if it goes really badly, I might deserve 1 second chance at it. But who knows? You trail Fourze to the old farm. He goes inside and you creep to see what he is doing. 3 rough-looking thugs are helping Fourze get into what is obviously a monster suit. It's a bit like a giant hairy toad made of the hide of some animal stretched over a wooden framework. So much for the dreaded Gobbler. You wait by the door. As the thugs emerge, you club one to the ground, but you will have to fight the other 2, and this is going to be very difficult for us, because we are currently poisoned. So, what do we want to do? We want to try and take down one of these men, preferably the one with 4 stamina. Let's go to here and let them come. So, we shall curse him, and we want to try and... This is risky. And now we release the cleansing flame upon the cursed one. And then we're in deep, deep trouble as his companion will come to us. I should have done him with the cleansing flame first, because I could deck him with a single hit. That hurts. Hurts him more. The battle is done. Our enemies have been defeated and no game-breaking bugs this time. Wonderful. After the beating you served Fourze and his accomplices, you wake him up with a bucket of cold water. He is eager to run off, but at the sight of a hardened adventurer rather than a timid villager, he surrenders and confesses all. He terrified people with a monster disguise to keep them away from the farm. He and his men were kidnapping villagers, chaining them in the cellar below and selling them to a slaver from Karambaru for work in the slave mines. You find Haley and several other villagers down below in the cellar. "Don't hurt me," begs Fourze. "I'm only trying to make a few shards." "What, by selling your own people into slavery?" says one of the villagers, giving him a good kick. You lead him back to Venefax, where he is no doubt in for a right good hiding. Haley runs into her mother's arms for a tearful reunion. Lynn, the mother, gives you a suit of chainmail armour and a sword. Wow, that's a great reward. "These have been in the family for generations. It's all I have to give," she says. Fourze is hauled off to the local magistrate for judgment. He will probably be sold into slavery. And quite right too, he deserves it after the way he's been treating so many other people. It's a very fitting punishment. Now, let's go to market, and let's play a game called Putting on the Better Armour. As we see, our defense has gone from 4 to 6. We're not going to sell the sword here, we're just giving it, and it would give nicer damage. So theoretically it would actually be better for our combat skill. However, I will sell the old leather armour, and that gets us quite a few shards. What's better, reliable damage or slightly larger damage? I think the sword has a 4 action point cost. That is really good compared to the 5 of the trident, because we could then move and attack. We do want to, however, be cured of the disease, which is messing with our combat score. There was a healer here. Let's visit the village healer. You climb down the ladder into a house with herbs and plants hanging on the walls and shelves lined with pots, pans and bottles of all sorts. The healer, an old woman, can cure you from the effects of sting fever, but is unable to cure disease, lifting curses or healing wounds. It will cost you 25 shards to get cured if you are suffering the effects of a disease. It's a disease, but it's sting fever. So let's pay to get that fixed. The old one gives you an antidote that soon makes you feel fully recovered. All your affected abilities are back to normal. You thank her heartily and leave. Now, there is an inn. We should rest until fully healed. There we go. Now, where to next? Well, first off, I'm grateful to be cured of the disease. I know scorpion bite is very dangerous because the locals have told me this. If I go back to the riverbank, I could get stung again. The stinking river, that's a dragon's paw, isn't it? How about the Eastern Road? That could be interesting. So I'm wanting to avoid too much damage and find things that will be rewarding. Also, quests. Oh yes, we do have nice things here. The ghoul, defeating the ghoul, the druidic walkabout, and the werebore, the dealing with the repulsive ones. It doesn't seem to be anything for the Blood Thursday gobbler, unfortunately, but that's alright. So, quests. The Black Dragon Knight. Reward, gain 1 rank if warrior, so we go up to rank 2. +1 combat if not a warrior. So we want to be looking for the quest that will give us a rank if we were a priest. Goodness knows where that is. I'd imagine it would be in one of the cities, in one of the temples. But if whatever it is, we have not received that quest yet. I will head up to the Eastern Road. Now, this episode might be a bit little shorter than the other one, because I was just mostly wanting to get that fight done. You're on the road between Blessed Springs and Venefax. Pilgrims, the sick and injured, travel this route to the holy waters of Blessed Springs to find salvation. Oh, could we have got cured for free? Could we have got cured for free? Blessed by a priest! You are blessed by a priest. Oh! Is it a random blessing? So we could like roll for all the gods and we got the blessed safety from storms. Wonderful! Let's go to the Blessed Springs. You know what? We are a religious character. This is a perfect place for us to go to. It makes absolute sense. And I'm going to absolutely check I'm recording because I don't want to have to do that fight again. I am. Great. The village of Blessed Springs, nestling in the foot of a tall hill, has grown up among the holy waters, a special spring said to have healing powers. It has been fenced off by the villagers and a priesthood appointed to supervise the supplicants who come to bathe or drink of the spring's waters. There is no market, but an alchemist has set up shop here. You know, the priests supervise people. This isn't dedicated to a particular god. This would be where people of all faiths could come. So this would be a good place to try and get to rank 2 priest. We have the alchemy shop, explore, and the Blessed Ale Tavern. Let's go to the alchemist first. Ooh, potion of strength, potion of comeliness, potion of wait, these can't be permanent, right? Lasts until ability check or combat. Okay, so these basically last until our next dice roll. And give us a bonus. Potion of godliness. Is there a thiefy one? Stealth. We might need that if we're ever going to try and steal anything. Song of swiftness. This would be illusory clever. Are these thief skill books? I think they are. They're not looking, once again, they don't want to buy anything special. The only market interest in buying things seems to be in Yellowstone. Let's explore and see what we can find here. You have heard stories of the Holy Spring and its healing powers. The village has basically grown around it, and you have limited places to openly go on due to the guards hired by the priests of Mulhern to patrol the area. Still, you think that you can pay a visit to the Holy Waters, talk with the owner of the alchemist shop, or explore the hill. I'll have a talk with the owner of the alchemist shop. I was in there earlier. The alchemist shop is lined with potions, jars of exotic substances, herbs, and so on. Alembics and beakers bubble and boil, full of strangely coloured liquids. The alchemist, a tall, gangly fellow with a beak of a nose, sells potions. The alchemist can make you some special potions as well, but he needs some ingredients. He needs an ink sac and 250 shards. If you pay the money and have an ink sac, he will make you a potion of restoration. It can be used only once to heal all lost stamina points, or cure poison. Sorry, to heal all lost stamina points, cure poison and disease. That's a total heal. Fixes everything. He also needs a scorpion venom and 50 shards. If you pay the money and have some scorpion venom, he will make you a scorpion antidote. It can be used only once to cure the poison. Yeah, thing is, if we go beat up some scorpion men and get the scorpion venom, and then we can't, well, we might never need it again. Also, I don't have the scorpion venom, so I shall depart. I shall explore the hill. You make your way up the hill. After a while, you spot a cave set into the hillside, a little further up. Judging by the human bones dumped near the entrance, this is the lair of a dangerous beast. Oh dear. Fresh tracks of some large, two-legged, three-toed creature lead from the cave into some nearby trees. It seems it is not home at the moment. Scouting would tell me if it's in the cave or if it's around or not. A magic roll. Let's try that. Oh heck. Here we go then. Oh, that's good. You recognize the tracks as those of the legendary Gorlock. You remember that it is said to have backward-pointing feet, so that the tracks it leaves will always show the opposite direction of travel. This means the Gorlock is currently inside the cave. It's legendary. We are not ready for a legendary challenge. Let's wait for it to leave the cave. You wait for an hour. At dusk, something emerges. It is the Gorlock, a beast with legs like a bird, a body like a reptile, and two short forelimbs, and a beaked lizard-like head. You see that its two legs do have backward-pointing feet. The beast heads off into the hills, and you creep forwards. With the Gorlock out of the way, you are free to investigate its lair. Inside the cave, you find 500 shards, a mace, and a silver nugget. I'm having those. All that glitters is not gold, but sometimes it's the next best thing. The village of Blessed Springs nesting. Oh yes, so that's okay. Let's explore. Was there a... No marketplace. Let's explore the Holy Waters. A wooden stockade encloses the springs. At the gate, two militiamen stand on guard, and a priest dressed in blue robes sits behind a desk. 35 shards to enjoy the divine spa, says the priest. I don't actually need healing. If I go in there, I might get a quest. Let's do it. On this one occasion. You find a wide pool of bubbling electric blue water. It gives off a strong, invigorating scent like crushed pine leaves. Why would I use yellow dust? Would yellow dust be from Yellowstone? Would it be sulfur? Would it contaminate the water? I mean, it would look like someone's peed in it. I'll bathe in the waters. I don't know what the yellow dust is for, but bring it here is probably bad news. You strip off and wade into the bubbling waters. The effect is astonishing. You feel a sense of well-being coursing through your body. If you have suffered from disease or poison, you are cured instantly and can restore your abilities to normal. Well, I'm not, but it's good to know. When you are ready, you leave the area. Look, that was money well spent. And now, I can head on to Fort Brillen, or Cold Bleak. Let's go Cold Bleak. The countryside. Sure. I mean, these look like places where I could maybe try and find more priestly quests. I don't know, it's a tricky one. I'm going to check what time I started recording, just so I can gauge the length of the episode. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, definitely worth playing on a bit more. You know what, I want to go to Cold Bleak. I will go to Cold Bleak. The Cold Bleak Mountains look as inhospitable and forbidding as their name implies, their frozen flanks climbing high into the icy clouds. I could climb the mountains. I have no reason to climb the mountains. I shall depart. I will go to the countryside. You're crossing an open expanse of flinty ground. A few herds of sheep roam the low hills. Nothing unfortunate happens, that's okay. So, now that we know the Blessed Springs will heal anything, we can always go back there if we get diseased or poisoned. Let's go to the main road. The road is nearly blocked by wagons and supply convoys. A troop of soldiers forces its way through the throng. The men bang heads indiscriminately to clear people out of the way. Well, let's hope we don't get bashed on the bonks. Banged on the head, lose one stamina. Oh! Ow! Keep on going. Look, they're doing it to everyone else. It's pretty indiscriminate. Not going to take it too personally. Let's go to Karambaru. Karambaru is a medium-sized town not towel. Sorry, there was a big discussion about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy a few nights ago. It's still on my mind, obviously. Karambaru is a medium-sized town that acts as a way station between the citadel to the north and the rich towns to the south. It is a garrison town. Many supplies, arms and soldiers move through Karambaru on the north-south trail. Shops, temples, traders and the like have sprung up here to serve the needs of the military. There is also a sizable mining community, for the mines of Saqqara lie in the Bronze Hills just outside town, and a slave market where poor unfortunates sold into slavery are bought for work in the mines, and maybe, just maybe, a rather disgusting, repulsive individual who is selling his own people into slavery is there for sale too. The Karambaru market consists of several covered arcades. Much of its stock is for miners and soldiers. It is run with business-like efficiency by the Saqqaran military. Let's look at the market. Now, we've got a nice big silver ingot. Would they be interested in buying it? Now, they've got mines right next to them, so they might go, we got loads of this kind of stuff. Oh, that's a good one. That's expensive. Right. Yes, they are interested in buying this. And we might not get such a good price for it elsewhere, so let's absolutely do that. There we go. Ka-ching. Loads of money! Right, what you got for sale? No, buying. We get a crossbow. Would we be purchasing bolts, like, individually? We might. Now that plate armor would be really nice if we had more money. Look, the armor we got at the moment was free. It cost us nothing. Quest reward, right? If I get another 100, I could actually get that. Climbing gear. Mountains, climbing gear. Makes a lot of sense. Compass. Could be interesting. Amber wand. Yeah, we got that. Mandolin. Brawler books and scrolls. Fighting techniques against multiple opponents. When there are at least 3 enemies within 2 range, your fighting is increased by 2. So that's a passive skill, right? Poisonous, Vile, and Shadow Dash. Those look like feat skills again. Rat Poison? I'm kind of tempted to go for the crossbow bolts. We need... Are these each or individual? I like the idea of being a priest with a crossbow. Let's go for it. And then we shall equip our crossbow and crossbow bolt. I don't know if we need more than 1 bolt, but we have some. We can fire it at least once at enemies of a great distance. Range 4. Oh, that's about the same as our spells. That's not as great a range as I was hoping for, to be honest. But hey, I can give it a try, right? I can always give it a try. What else can I do here in this town? Temples. Well, I could visit the Temple of Turney and try and steal the very hard golden chainmail of Turney in Karambaru. I don't believe I want to try that anytime soon. But I can visit the Temple of Lacuna and the Temple of the Three Fortunes. Lacuna is the goddess of the moon and of the wilderness. She aids hunters and woodsmen and travels in the lost places of the world. Her temple here is a long hall of oak covered in vines and plants of all kinds. Inside, flowers fill the air with a pure and clean scent, and there's no quest here. Let's try the Temple of the Three Fortunes instead. The Temple of the Three Fortunes is a squat, square building. The frieze above a door depicts 3 women weaving a tapestry. Literally the Norns. Got it. That's the Tapestry of Fate, where your destiny is woven, comments a priest. Unfortunately, there's no duty here for me. If I go to the Temple of Turney, can I check if they've got any quests there? The Temple of Turney, the god of battle, chaos and strife, is built like a small fortress in one corner of the city near the barracks. Its heavy wooden gates are flanked by iron statues of bull-headed men wielding clubs. The workmanship is uncannily lifelike. Inside, the god is represented by a stone idol of a jaguar-headed warrior. A beautiful suit of golden chainmail adorns the idol. Yeah, good luck removing that from the statue while anyone might be watching. No quests. Right. We could explore town. You walk the dusty streets of the garrison city in search of the slave market. Oh, could we buy a slave and free them? The slave market is a large canvas-covered square. The poor unfortunate slaves, people from all over Harkura, from the Fabled Lands, Golnir, criminals of Saqqara, nomads from the steppes, are paraded in chains on a dais. Merchants and nobles bid for the slaves they want. An unusual sale is coming up. A little furry bat-winged humanoid. It is one of the mannequin people from Sky Mountain in the north, and it's going for 50 shards. You know, if I buy that and go buy some climbing gear, and then take it back to the mountain, it might be grateful. The little mannequin creature is handed over to you on a leash. Its wings have been tied together to stop it flying away. "Who are you then?" it pipes in a squeaky voice. Just then, a palanquin carried by 4 bearers arrived. A man leads out and hails you. "You there! I've come to buy that flying monkey, but I see I'm too late. Nevertheless, I'll give you 75 shards for it." "Don't sell me to that popinjay! Free me instead," jitters the mannequin. "I will absolutely free the mannequin." You untie the little creature from its bonds. It gives a jubilant cry and soars upward. "Thank you, large one," it chatters. "My name is Pickalick the Wing Warrior. We never forget. One day I will pay my debt. With that, he flitters away into the clouds. That's 75 shards you just let fly away, comments from man in the palanquin wryly. Mannequin people can't be trusted, believe me. And I will leave, as a pun of believe, the slave market. I could go to the inn. I'm liking the idea of that climbing gear, to be honest. Ooh. If I'm facing 3 enemies, I've really messed up. There's that climbing gear. Okay, let's do it. Will this goes nowhere, it just stays down here. This mace, right, 3 to 5, 1, 6, 4. Okay, so it's a worse sword. Climbing gear and rope. Huh, I'll put those like that. I'll keep the sword for now because it was a gift. I will sell the mace, however. Wait, the bludgeoning damage might be helpful though, and I don't need the money right now. I should take my leave of this place. The northern road, the farmlands, the Bronze Hills. That's where the mine is. I kind of want to try out over here. Where do I want to go? I'm not entirely sure. I think I'll end the episode here and give it some thought in between episodes. In the meantime, hey guys, I hope you've been enjoying this series. If you're a fan of the Fabled Lands, which character class do you prefer to play? Because if poor Amule perishes and is unable to continue her quest, I'll have to make a replacement character and try out a different class. So yeah, which ones have you enjoyed? Until next time, bye bye for now everyone. I'll look forward to seeing you all soon.